G'day guys, Dan here from Hospitality Solutions. Just wanted to say a massive thank you to those people who have taken the time to watch my What Are You Doing What Are You Doing to Make Tomorrow Easier video, which I made last night. I think at last count it had about, 12 or 13 views. Not trying to be an influencer, not trying to get a million of them. I'm extremely excited that a couple of people have taken the time to actually have a look at that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I appreciate you, and I hope that you got something out of it. I look forward to, hopefully getting a few more views and some feedback. I thrive on feedback. I tell that to my students whenever I'm in the classroom. Good or bad, I love feedback. As long as there's something positive to take away from it. I mean, the good thing for me is it's been up on a few different forums where generally people are quite quick to jump in and dig in the claws, and so far nobody has. So hey, that's a good day at the office. On the flip side of that is that I only give a fuck. I went away on holidays and I feel like I left this part of myself that for a very long time has been, maybe seeking permission to actually start putting my thoughts out there in a format that I can be really proud of. The fact of the matter is that I do what I do because I fucking love doing it, and I love helping people to succeed. It's why I love the training that I do at the moment with the company I work for. I'm working with essentially, unemployed, underprivileged learners that now moving into, 2022, these guys and girls are coming in and they're doing a short course with me in Cert 3 commercial cookery, amongst some other stuff, and I kind of layer in there what they need to know in order for compliance and ASQA and to stand true to that qualification. But I also try to build into people, and anyone that I work with, anyone that I coach, and any of the chefs that I've worked with as a coach, as a fitness trainer with a lot of chefs over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, while I was mainly while I was in fitness and health. That for me it's not just about the physical actual getting in there, and here's the knife and go ahead and cut and chop and do this and that. It's about the mindset behind it, the mindset that goes with it, that looking at that carrot that I want julienne isn't about being a prick of a chef trainer going, the julienne has to be absolutely perfect. But it's about instilling in people that they can do it better than just a hack cut, that they do have it within themselves to actually excel beyond what other people have told them they can do. And which for most people in this world, we're all told at some stage by people, for whatever fucking reason, we're told by people that we are supposed to listen to that we can't do something. Most of us have been told at some stage in our life that there is something that we cannot do, so therefore we go, oh, that person told me I can't do it. That person said I'll never be able to do this, so therefore I don't go ahead and do it. It's extremely limiting. And it's it's something that I aim to tear the walls down on, especially within the hospitality industry. We are so locked in a lot of venues into what we are told we can do and why we do things. And whenever there's an opportunity that presents itself to do something different, there's generally always someone comes along and says, well, that's the way that it's meant to fucking be. We've never changed it. It's the way it's always been. My God, if I had $1 for every time I've heard that over the years, and especially when it's at a point where, yeah, it's the way it's always been, but guess what, buddy? It's not bloody working anymore. Flowing on from the concept of we need to start looking intrinsically towards what we can do to fix the industry as best as we can, one step at a time, one cook, one kitchen hand, one owner, one manager, one bussy, one bartender at a time. One idea each day, one little thing that makes tomorrow easier for every single person. And I think I put it up on LinkedIn today with the question that just built on that, which was, can you imagine the change in the culture if every single person in the industry in, say, Perth tomorrow just went, you know what? Just today, we're going to do one thing. We're going to write one thing down, and we're going to do that one thing today instead of doing it tomorrow. Let's not do tomorrow what we can do today. It might be cleaning, it might be preparing something. Obviously, we don't prepare it and make it go off a day earlier, like common sense with these things. But is there something that we can do today and that we've been looking at, that we've been putting off, and we go, I'm going to get to it tomorrow? Doesn't mean clean the grill properly. Does it mean get the splashbacks done? Does it mean actually deep clean your cool room? Get rid of that moldy crap in the corner that's been giving you that funky smell for the last few months? Does it mean call that supplier and have the uncomfortable conversation of, hey buddy, we love working with you, but your prices have crept up and we cannot sustain it any longer. What can you do today that you've been putting off and that you would normally maybe possibly do tomorrow? What I'd love to see everybody do, and I'm going to pose the question in a few forums, is I'm curious to know who's taking breaks in kitchens. I know we're short-staffed, and I know that the whole concept of the break was, for most of us, you take a break was a smoko when you smoked, or you take a break, or, losers take breaks, or what do you need a break for? Toughen up, work through. The biggest change that I ever saw in myself as an executive chef and as a leader was when I actually started training many years ago, back in probably 2013 or 14, and hit the gym relatively consistently. And I got to a point where I was running a kitchen that was doing 160 to 180k a week in food at some points, and I was still getting myself to the gym for an hour and a half, at least 3-4 times a week. It's possible. My other chefs, my chefs worked 38, 40 hours a week. I worked 45 to maybe 47 hours a week outside of those breaks. But it was easy. It was like I worked 25 hours a week. It really felt like that because my mental clarity was there. I was doing something for myself. So this video today is about saying, let's start cutting through the limiting beliefs and the restrictions that other people are putting on us and telling us that you can't do this, you can't do that. It's the way it's always been done. Let's find maybe that one thing that we're being told on a regular basis, it can't be done, it's the way it's always done. Let's question it. Is there a better way that you can, within your business, within your team, come up with a better way of doing something? Maybe a way that is quicker, that is cheaper, maybe a way that's bloody safer. Because I can tell you right now, if you don't feel safe, or if your staff don't feel safe in the workplace doing a job that they're doing, they're not doing it very well. Okay? And I'd love to see, one thing I've always been a massive advocate of is workplace health and safety. So yeah, look at all those things. Is it safe? Is there a better way of doing it? Can you come together collectively? Bit of a roundtable discussion. Toolbox talks, massive on the mines, massive in the trades. A lot of chefs talk about getting paid, the same as tradies. And yep, you should. But you know what? If you're not taking 5 minutes in the morning to have a toolbox talk about your day and actually plan your day, set the tasks, how are you going to do it, who's tracking it, how will you achieve, what does success look like for that day, and doing it in a manner that is safe and profitable for the business, well, you're not really doing what the tradies do in a lot of regards. So yeah, that's kind of what I got for you today in a lot of ways. Thank you again to everyone that watched the first one yesterday. And let's get something on paper. Let's start building a bit more accountability around what it is that we want to try and achieve in our workplaces, things that can make life easier, and start having the conversation, start having those tricky conversations, those ones where people say, oh, it can't be changed, can't be done, it's the way we've always done it. Find a way to do things better. Innovate. Innovation is the only way that we are going to get ourselves out of the slump that we're in and draw people back into this industry and make it a really happy, bloody place for everybody to work. Again, I hope you've got something out of this one. Appreciate you for watching all the way through to the end. and I look forward to getting your comments and feedback very soon. So this is Dan Whitehead from Hospitality Solutions, trying to create some sort of solutions for industry and the people that really want to try and find a better way of doing things. Have an amazing day. Be amazing at whatever you do. Cheers.